Hello, Cublets. Welcome back to another Bear With me, BearElliott. And we are diving horns right into this review. Horns first? Yeah, should have been horns first. I forgot the first part. Daredevil Season 2 is on Netflix. Now, last year we reviewed Daredevil Season 1, which I really enjoyed, and then Jessica Jones came out, which Jessica Jones was... I have to say, I really got into Jessica Jones a lot more than Daredevil. But then Season 2 of Daredevil. Now, of course, the first season of Daredevil, we're setting up the whole groundwork of, okay, who's Matt Murdock and who's Daredevil? Why is he a vigilante? And all that kind of stuff. And in forming up the Marvel Netflix universe. I don't know what to call it. But Season 2, we are going headstrong right into the Daredevil universe. Now, there's three main vigilante-esque characters. And you have Daredevil, who's a vigilante, but then you have two anti-heroes. The first one's the Punisher. Now, if you have not seen this series, you may not want to watch this review because I'm going to be probably giving a little bit of spoilers. You have the Punisher. Now, Frank Castle, the great thing about his storyline that I love is that I've never been that big of a Punisher fan. Of course, he always pops up in different comics, but I've never been really a reading of like Warzone or War Journal or any of those that they're Punisher comic books. But I know basically what the background is, and he's had like 3 movies now. Which... David Hasselhoff, wasn't he the Punisher? No, it was Dolph Lundgren. He played the Punisher first in Movieverse. That was horrible. But this one, we have a very authentic comic book based Frank Castle. The great thing about his storyline that I liked is that you're introduced to him and then his origin is broken up over the course of the season. So it's not like you're just like they do with Bruce Wayne. They just drop him into the past and say, this is Bruce Wayne's backstory. With the Punisher, it organically develops as the other characters learn about Frank Castle's background. You learn about Frank Castle's background. I really like that. And most of that's done by the Karen Page character. Karen is Matt Murdock and Foggy's secretary, who becomes a reporter as the time goes on because she's really active in doing the research for the cases and the backgrounds, which progresses into a new career for her. And the Karen Page, if you've ever seen her in the comic book series, she's an interesting character and meets a horrible end in the comic books. I don't know if they're going to go there in the series, but they might. Next up, we have Elektra. Now, Elektra is a longtime Daredevil character. She is Matt Murdock's true love, if you want to say. She's the Catwoman to the Daredevil Batman. Well, Elektra is introduced slightly in the first season, just as a throwaway comment. Well, here we get her whole entire backstory, her interaction with Stick, who was also the one who trained Matt Murdock, who becomes Daredevil, and her whole reasoning. Now, some of her origin is slightly modified to fit into this particular storyline, which I can live with. I mean, of course, when you take something from comic book origins versus the cinematic universe, of course you're going to have to give and take a little bit because you have people coming into that don't have this background. The actress that portrays her, I absolutely loved. She had the characteristics. Nothing to that horrible Elektra movie, but that wasn't Elektra. She actually embodies the character wholeheartedly. I loved that about this actress because you felt like that was this character, and reading this character through the years, that's how she plays out. So I really dug that. Now, how do these 3 storylines mesh? Season 2, I looked at as 2 separate comic book arcs that, in a comic book series, that do mingle a little bit, but stand alone themselves. And I just loved this series. You follow Matt Murdock with his ex-girlfriend coming back and also investigating all of these these gangs that are trying to fill the void after Wilson Fisk has been removed. They're being taken out, and at first they think it's an army taking them out. Turns out it's just one guy. It's Frank Castle, the Punisher. Then you also get to see some courtroom action with Frank's trial, and then Frank going to prison. And this is cool that they brought back Wilson Fisk, and he plays a part in the jail. So it's great that you got to still see that he's active and he's still the Kingpin. And I liked him so much more in season 2 than I did in season 1. Season 1, I just thought he was so whiny. Season 2, really, I got the feeling that this is the Kingpin. And then you also have Stick coming back. The only downside to this series is Foggy. Oh my God, Foggy, get over it. Yes, we know Matt Murdock goes out every night as Daredevil. Why do you have this big problem with it? Like, oh, why you've lied to me? It was too much. Foggy, I was too much. But it was good because you got a lot more action with Foggy compared to season 1, and you got to see a lot more courtroom action with that. And he also was the bridging character between the Jessica Jones series and the Daredevil series. So that was kind of cool. And I have to say, you can't get enough Night Nurse. I love it when she comes back in. I love the Night Nurse. So overall, when it comes to Daredevil season 2, I'm giving this a 4.5. It was great. I thought the acting was superb. The cinematography was amazing. I love that you can binge a whole entire series. And when you're on Oxycontin, that's not because I was like doing it for luxury. I was getting over surgery. I was mending on the mend. It was for pain. So it was really bloody. Season 2 is really, really bloody. When they take a power drill to the Punisher's foot, that wasn't pleasant. But overall, great series. I think you should check it out. Definitely binge watch season 1, follow it up by season 2. I mean, it makes for a great long weekend if you have it. And Easter's coming up, so why not enjoy the devil when it's God's day? So I hope that you're having a wonderful time. Check out Daredevil season 2 on Netflix right now. You will not be disappointed. So until next time, have yourself a devilicious time. Bye, Cublets!
I could go out in the darkness, see you calling my name. I hear you shouting, hear you calling, but it's not the same. Every word that you are throwing right into my back doesn't matter to me, cause I'm keeping my track. Let me go, let me go.